Good morning. Welcome to our second to the last day of our Advent devotional journey together. It's hard to believe that it's already the 30th of December, isn't it? We're well into the days of Christmas. Let us share together this hymn reflection, a hymn that was written by Charles Wesley, and a devotion that comes with that by Reverend Elizabeth Ingram Schindler. I'm not familiar with the hymn itself. So then when I tried to pick it up, it's a beautiful song. I've heard it on the YouTube by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I've heard it on done by the First United Methodist Church of Dallas. Feel free to look it up and hear the tune sung well by others. But let's just jump into the devotion and we'll share the words where they're helpful and meaningful for us. So let's jump in together. Come, let us anew our journey pursue. At the end of the year, many of us will just roll right on through. We'll celebrate with fireworks or noisemakers and never look back. A lot of us will never want to look back at 2020, right? A few of us will take a moment to review the 12 months prior, and we might remember the best of the moments, compiling them into a top 9 Instagram post or including them in a holiday letter to family and friends. We might even take time to recall holidays and vacations, birthdays and awards, as well as lost loved ones and difficult trials persevered. But how often, she asks us, do we inventory the prior year in terms of God's call on our lives? How often do we offer the prior year to God and try to see it through God's eyes? What if we were able to hear God say, "Well done, thy good and faithful servant"? What if God could gently show us the opportunities in which we might have shared, loved, or taught peace, but didn't, as encouragement and challenge for the future, so that we might do better next time? What if God could point out the times that we allowed ourselves to be conduits of the Spirit, allowing deeper discipleship and even transformation to occur as a result, helping us to see the ways we've been faithful and the ways we've made a difference in the world? In Charles Wesley's hymn, he penned these words: "Oh, that each in the day of his coming might say, I have fought my way through. I have finished the work thou didst give me to do. Oh, that each from his Lord might receive the glad word, well and faithfully done. Enter into my joy and sit down on my throne." Perhaps this might be the hope with which we look back on this past year, that we might be able to say, I did the work God gave me to do, and we might each hear God say, "Well done, now enter into my joy." What a gift that would be. Take time today to examine this year just past for sorrows and joys and faithfulness and missed opportunities, and offer it all to God, listening for God's response and encouragement. This is her cry for us and her desire for us as well as herself. And then she says, at the same time, for most of us, the end of the calendar year is not the end of the work God has given for us to do in our lives. So in addition to looking back on how and when we've served God in the past year, today it's also a time to look forward, to ask God for the strength, humility, and conviction to love and serve God fully in the year ahead. You see, earlier in that same hymn were these words: "Come, let us anew our journey pursue. Roll round with the year and never stand still till the Master appear. His adorable will let us gladly fulfill, and our talents improve by the patience of hope and the labor of love." As we look forward into this new year, might this be our prayer as well? May we take time today to pray that we will continue to pursue this journey with God, this journey of discipleship, this journey of altogether Christian, that we will love God with our hearts and our minds and our soul and our strength, and love our neighbors as ourselves. May we take time to pray for God's guidance in the new year, that by following in the way of Jesus this year, we might also experience holy freedom, rejoice in the hope and peace that only God gives, and share the love of God with everyone we encounter. Then, she says, surely we'll be able to hear at the end of this next year, well and faithfully done. Enter into my joy. These are words to ponder this 30th day of our Advent journey together.